Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XI Online. In the last episode, we headed out to Vana'diel Glacier to track down some, well, the only leads that we have to what's going on. And upon arriving in Vana'diel Glacier, we immediately ran into Kate Sith, who told us that, well, specifically, Naui Kate Sith? Who told us that there is a traitor amongst the Kate's ranks. And so we had to go around to all of the towers in Vana'diel Glacier and affix surveillance devices, essentially, to the other Kates to track down who the traitor is. And so we did that. We had to go around and do a bunch of little mini games to get all of that done. And it was all done, so now we're ready to report in and see what's next, or if we find out who is causing the trouble. So, we need to go to these regal paw prints over there, and the thing is, these enemies might give me trouble. That's why I have all my trusts out. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. We've gone and done exactly as you asked. Splendid. Did you happen to notice any single Kate as being particularly suspicious? The potential culprit? I couldn't tell the difference. I always looked upon your entire litter with suspicion, to be honest. Oh, is that so? Well, never mind that then. Forget about it. Let us turn our attention to the current doings of each Kate. Don't know what that was. Watching them lounge around like that, you'd be fooled into thinking nothing is wrong with the world. Geez, are you lot actually here to do any work? Such is the free-spirited nature of Kate's, a lifestyle to envy. None of them seem to be venturing from their posts. I have a thought. While we await a movement from my counterparts, I shall impart to you the story of my regal kindred and I. As a way of showing my appreciation for the trust you placed in me, a gesture of gratitude. Listen well, and you are bound to learn something of value. Interesting tidbits. You came here from the Vana'diel of the future, the year 884 to be precise, by the way of the cavernous maws. Upon our meeting, I beseech you to assist us in reducing the tears of the era, alleviating the pains of wars. In other words, help us guide the world along the path of peace and prosperity for the children of Altana. We share the same goal. I'm here because I want to make the future a better place, and to save Father. Yes, we know of your mission as well. Continuing the story, a long, long time ago, or was that a distant future, far beyond the horizon of time? There was a beneficent soul possessed of boundless love and compassion. She lamented the suffering of the Great War and the dark future it might entail. The intensity of her grief was such that the land is said to have trembled. When the Harbinger cometh, the champions of the dawn shall descend. With wings divine and radiance blessed, the eternal night is end. Weeping for those whose lives were lost, she wished thus. What if the pain of the Great War could be lessened? But the champions of the dawn, they who wield the light, had come to guide the course of this age of strife. Yet no suffering need be endured, and peace would reign across the land. This was her wish, that Vana'diel might tread a brighter path to the future, ensuring that events unfold as and when they should, and that things are put where they belong. This is the mission with which we Kates have been entrusted, the purpose of our existence. You mean... Ah. Kate Sith is on the move. Where is it headed? Somewhere on the glacier? It is imperative that we learn the destination. We must hurry, cannot delay. Wait, there's one thing I'd like to know first. What is it? The beneficent soul of which you spoke, the one who lamented the suffering of the Great War. Who is she? Why, that would be... she who watches eternal over Vana'diel, the dawn goddess, Altana. My kindred and I, you see, were born from tears shed by the goddess, the manifestation of her grief. The goddess herself. This sure is a lot to swallow. Tuna, now that we know the significance of the events unfolding around us, it looks like it's time again for Future Fabulous to put its nose to the grindstone. Alright. And let's go. Actually, where are we headed? We're heading to H9. Okay. Not too far away. At least as the crow flies, anyway. But as the chocobo runs, it's gonna be a bit, because we gotta go all the way up there, and then back down, and... Okay. Well, let me get to where we need to be, and then I will be back. Alright, so we're in the vicinity. Now, matters we need to find the regal paw prints. There's a bunch of different options. That's not them. Okay. We have some points over here. That's just a question mark point. There are the regal paw prints. Right there. Okay. We should be clear. Well, look who it is. There. That elephant reminds me of the two we encountered at Laval. Another one of those spite wardens? That over there, it couldn't be. Sathier. But why? Of all the Kates, why did it have to be him? He was such a good lad, so much promise. Hush, keep it down. They're discussing something. We gotta locate and secure the matron. Sooner is the better. Time's about to run out. Something monumental will soon take place at Zarkabard, yes? Any moment now? Yeah. Lady Lilith's sure of it. Let me furnish you with a word of warning. Offer friendly advice. Slow, absent-minded, and clumsy now we may be, but her tenacity belongs in a class of its own, completely without rival. What's an ordinary cat gonna do? You give your peer far too much credit. How dare he? My stock is of the highest pedigree. Fool, can you pick a better time to be delicate? Well, that's gonna get some attention. Speak of the devil, it's been a while now, And who have you got there with you, The cat's... what's the cat's dragged in? A ragtag band of second-rate adventurers. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say the champions of the dawn. Hold your tongue. Listen to me, Naui. Step back and take a full view of the playing board, and you'll realize the poor position your side is in. Between a rock and a hard place. It's plain to see who will prevail. This dancer lass... this the dancer lass Haldrell was speaking of? The one wearing the feathered ornament? So, which one is it? Despicable brute, brutish beast, you deceived Sathir. Because of you, Oct and Da, absolutely unforgivable, must be made to pay. Yeah, that's good. Burn, cat, burn with your anger and hatred, for those are things that give birth to conflict. And conflict is what will grant victory to me and my comrades. We have no use for the other two. Finish them. Ah, demons. All right. So now we touch the paw prints again. And all we gotta do is kill Count Halphus over there. And of course, Valinor is gonna get everybody involved, so... Oh, this has been made a lot harder than it needs to be. Alright, the count's down. Let's deal with these gigas. Alright, there we go. Alright, now that we've done that, we can check the regal paw prints again. Whew, that was a close shave. What's that? Huh? I'm impressed. Let me introduce myself. I'm Larzos, captain of the Bismuth Musketeers and a spite warden of Lady Lilith. Bismuth Musketeers? As opposed to Iron Musketeers or Mithril Musketeers. You might stand on opposing sides of the board, but you've got guts. I like people with guts. I've got a feeling we're gonna get along just fine. What's that rumbling? Safe there, we're not finished yet. Oh, an avalanche. Lilith, get down. Let me guess. Someone's going to be upside down with the legs sticking out of the snow. Oh, a shield? This is... a protective barrier? Did they save us? No, I don't think you've been saved. I think you've been captured. Okay, no. Nobody's with their legs sticking out of the snow. Lilith, port here. How could this have happened? The predicament. I'm stuck. Tuna, a hand if you... Oh, there's the leg sticking out of the snow. I knew it was coming. This is a catastrophe. The enemy's deprived us of our most potent playing piece, our trump card. We must go and save them right away. No time to delay. But how can we hope to prevail against an opponent that brought even Ringling to heal? What should we do? What can we do? Oh, gentle Altana, please shine forth your guiding light. Go on. Mind how you conduct yourself, or you'll end up short ahead. Don't say I didn't warn you. I brought them as commanded, my lady. Very good. If I might ask, my lady, which is the one you sought? I see. Didn't anyone teach you that it's rude to stare? How disappointing. I feel betrayed even. I had expected a great deal more sophistication, all things considered, but then again, for what purpose do expectations exist if not to be betrayed? Even so, this doesn't lessen the disappointment of reality, an unsophisticated, undersized slip of a girl. Hey, unsophisticated, I'll admit, but who are you calling undersized? If I judged by looks alone, she'd be no more than a mere pawn, a throwaway piece. Well, ain't that a crying shame? Ow. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, silence. You are welcome here. What? Who are you? What could they intend for Lilith at Importia, I wonder? Could it be that the two girls are essential elements in their future? Necessary ingredients? But if so, in what way? Tina, you've come to realize too, have you not? The reason for coming to the past is for no purpose other than to steal the future. Swipe it from right under our noses. Okay, a lot of stuff are loading. They could pass for identical twins and at least stubbornness, don't you think? If you're tired of living, I suggest you keep wagging that tongue of yours. The manipulation begins. I know your heart's innermost desire. Your wish is to save the lives of Ragalis Balamont, is it not? Join our cause, and what you seek shall be yours. The curse is slowly but surely draining away his life force, but with but one eventuality. The cold embrace of death. Sir Agalis? What? No. No one, not that petulant girl, not the felines, nor the so-called champions of the dawn can save your beloved. No one can, but us. Do you speak the truth? Can Sir Agalis truly be saved? Portia, no, you mustn't be fooled. Mind your manners. Lilithette? You of all people should know better. The wound will cause Ragalis Balamont insufferable pain for as long as he draws ragged breath. It will weaken him with each passing day and break his spirit. Then it will kill him. But... poor misled child. Ask yourself this. Why is it that you're disappearing from people's memories? The truth is difficult to accept, but it is resoundingly clear. It's because you're unwanted. You and the future from which you came, both will cease to exist. No one will remember that you ever lived, not even those you hold most dear. The solitude will torment you every waking second until you die, forgotten, without a single tear being shed in your name. No, that's not true. Look back on your past, you'll see. You've always been alone. Nobody needs you. That's why they all abandon you and disappear. Tuna is different. Tuna? My tag team partner, Tuna. She believes in me and would never abandon me. I grow weary of your petulance. Stop it. I won't forgive you if you harm Lilithette. You wish to keep that one alive, milady? Even pawns have their uses. I'll lock them up in the dungeon. I will abide by your wish for now. But in time, you will come to accept the truth in my words through choked tears. Tuna, on our own, we don't stand a wind elemental's chance in Bosidine. We must return to Sandoria and entreat the aid of the knights. Request backup. But I dread how a Ringling might react when he finds out that Portia has been captured. Ringling? Tuna. The unenviable, there we go, task of bearing the brunt of Ringling's fury, I entrust to you. Leave it to the expert. I thought about Ragalise. Okay, well, that was a pretty long cutscene. Okay. So, we now need to head back to southern Sandoria in the past to enlist the aid of the knights. No, we don't want to go to normal Sandoria. We want to go to past Sandoria, which is here. Alright, we need to go talk to Rostine. That might be who Ringling is. I don't know. Ah, Tuna, how does this day find you? You seek Sir Ragalise, I trust? Please enter the chateau at will. No, Ragalise. Why, Tuna, what brings you back so soon? Where are the others? I thought Portia and Lilithset had left in your company. Gads, what in blazes is that black and white creature? Small details such as my identity can wait. We'll keep until another day. Your comrade, Tuna, has urgent news to divulge to you. Bad news, it would seem. What? Both Portia and Lilithset? Confound it. Confound it to hell. You know, I cannot believe you permitted such a thing to happen. Wait, what am I saying? The blame is not yours, but mine. I'd only been strong enough to overcome my condition. I'm sorry. Ring-a-ling. Yeah, this is Ring-a-ling. Please forgive my outburst. Where are you going? You know as well as I strike out for the Bosidine Glacier. No, wait, you can't handle this on your own. We need to think before we act. Chart out each step. Sir Ragalise, why are you not resting in bed? You are in no condition to be wandering around unescorted. Oh yeah, Nuilure is her name? I don't know. Thought you were engaging enemy forces at the Vunkurl Inlet. I did go and join the fray at the inlet, but I was there only in body, for my mind had never left you, and reconciling the two, I knew there was naught I could do but say one thing: return here and be by your side. I have no excuses to offer. My irrational behavior astonishes even myself. Alright. Let's see, I arrived here in time to hear of your intent to go north. Ooh. It'll be my honor to go forth in your stead and color the white snow of Bosidine crimson with steaming heathen blood. Larry, listen. Say no more, for bereft of love and honor, a woman's life holds no meaning. I'm not sure I follow. Rest easy, Sir Agalis, for distance is no obstacle for two who are bound by destiny. Upon my return, I would that we were joined before the goddess. Company, fall in. Yep, he's not exactly thrilled about that. The trials and tribulations of a heartthrob. This is no laughing matter. I know, and envy you not in the least. I came here not to mock, but to say that I, too, will depart for the north. I assume that you're already aware of the Allied forces' preemptive strategy underway there? Some time ago, it came to light that the Beastmen were amassing a sizable force out in Valdonia. While Lurie's unit and my own have been assigned the task of laying an ambush. What? I've heard no such thing. Why have my Ironcrest Hawks not been called? The war is far from over, my friend, and you far from fully healed. Likely, General Kusuro deemed it best that your unit be kept in reserve for a more dire time. I cannot abide by this. I will not be left behind. Ragalis, listen to me. The war is already lost if we knight captains cannot distinguish between duty and personal affairs. Consider this, should the operation fail and you were to fall with us, the kingdom's defenses would be severely compromised, all would be lost. Now, tell me, Portia, is she in danger? I thought as much. You just sit tight and leave this matter to us. Oh, don't forget Lillicet. Lillicet's in danger too. Understood. I'm counting on you. You know, this is the chance we've been waiting for, an opening. While the Matter Falcons and the Red Roses hold any encroaching enemies at bay, you and I will attempt to locate Lillicet and Portia, extricate the two damsels. Let's go and ask Vestale and Lurie for permission to join their company. Why, you're the one who so rudely interrupted my private interlude with Sir Ragalis. If you've yet to be introduced, this here is Tuna, one of Ragalis's closest friends. Alright, we're gonna ask to be taken along. You wish to accompany our units so as to rescue the two Troop Mayakov dancers? Having had the honor of fighting alongside you in Laval, I know full well your battle prowess, however, absolutely out of the question. Aye, 'tis unfortunate, but I fear I cannot extend a hand in welcome. Our orders come from above, and it is not our decision to make. Above all else, I'll not allow my unit's integrity to be compromised by unproven personnel. Unproven? What nerve? Surely you'll not take this insult lying down and be walked over? Yeah, we'll show some backbone. Yes, this is spirits. Show them the kind of metal you're made of. Sir Ragalis does seem to hold you in some regard. Very well. I shall hence retire temporarily to undertake my pre-departure purification ritual, during which time bring us that which can attest to your martial prowess. A close friend of Sir Ragalis would surely lack naught for recognition among kingdom troops. Yes, a fine proposal. What better way for Tuna to prove her worth than the endorsement of our own soldiers? Alright, seek out the knights within the kingdom's walls for their support in writing. Something upwards of around 20 signatures should suffice. Naturally, more signatures can only lend a greater weight to your cause. Do your best to put your credentials beyond doubt, and we shall negotiate with our superiors on your behalf. If it is agreed, waste no time though, for war awaits for no woman. Alright, so we're going to go around and gather signatures, but we're going to do that next episode, so we'll go ahead and wrap up here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.